Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 11. Links to the previous episodes are in the description, so let's jump right into the story without wasting any time. So far we saw that all the S-rank hunters have arrived at Jeju Island. Goto's team is waiting outside. Suddenly Tanaka goes to Akari to heal his shoulder, but out of nowhere, a monster appears and cuts off Akari's head. The other two hunters are shocked. The monster was so fast that they couldn't even see it clearly. Tanaka tries to punch it, but in just a second, the monster slices his neck too. Then the third hunter tries to fight it with his sword, but he also dies. Meanwhile, inside the ant nest, the second team is fighting the queen's guards. Each guard is as strong as an S-rank hunter, but since they're just monsters and not smart like humans, the hunters are able to defeat them. Cha Hai-in kills one of the ants and says they're strong, but not many in number. Byung-yu says it's okay even if more show up. He'll support the team from behind. Beck makes fun of him, saying he didn't expect someone who's scared of fighting to say that. Byung-yu jokes back, then crushes an ant's head, saying that even after losing their heads, these ants can still move, so their legs should be cut too. As they go deeper into the cave, the ants get stronger. But none of them look like humans or walk on two legs. Maybe those are the royal guards who are probably near the queen. They ask Choi if they're going the right way. He says, maybe. Then Cha Hai-in says she can smell a very powerful monster nearby. Beck then uses his beast powers to scout ahead. He sees lots of egg chambers and finally spots the queen's room. He tells the team that the queen is deep inside and protected by several guards, probably the royal guards. They don't know how powerful the queen is, but if they fight together, they can defeat her. So they all head in. On the other hand, Izawa and Kei go to look for Tanaka's group because they're not responding. They only find dead ants. And suddenly, Izawa sees the broken glasses of Hunter Fujishima. Then a terrible smell hits them, and Kei even starts vomiting. Kei sees something coming from the forest, so he quickly traps himself in a big block of ice. But the monster breaks the ice and kills Kei too. Meanwhile, Kumamoto and Kanai notice some of their teammates are missing, but they're too busy fighting ants in front of them to check. Back inside the queen's chamber, the other hunters arrive and see it's full of guards. Byung-yu powers up the entire team to make them stronger. Hunter Ma becomes huge and Choi starts burning the guards with his fire powers. He says he usually doesn't use so much power, but today he's going all out, then launches a fire dragon attack, burning many ants. Beck transforms into his real beast form and kills two royal guards on his own. Cha Hai-in sees his beast form for the first time and is surprised. A cameraman is recording everything from behind. His manager tells him their TV rating is over 80%, so he should get closer for better shots. But Byung-yu warns him to stay back because this is the boss room of an S-rank dungeon, and things are about to get even more dangerous. Everyone watching on TV sees that the hunters have finally reached the Ant Queen and are fighting her. Usually S-rank hunters don't work as a team, but today they're fighting together perfectly. Hunter Ma lures the small ants and crushes them. The others focus on fighting the strong royal guards. Lim shoots hundreds of magical arrows and takes out many ants. Bick uses his claws, Choi burns enemies with fire, and Cha Hai-in slices them with her sword. Even Jin-Woo's sister and mother are watching this live broadcast. Everyone's eyes are on this raid. After a tough battle, they defeat all the royal guards. Only the queen is left now. Hunter Ma acts like a tank and grabs the queen's attention. The rest of the team begins their attack. Lim shoots more magic arrows and Beck slashes at the queen, but she doesn't get hurt. Instead, she spits poison on them. Luckily, they have Byung-yu, who heals everyone quickly. As long as Byung-yu is alive, the team is safe. Suddenly, the queen tries to kill Byung-yu, but Ma jumps in with his shield to protect him. Choi attacks the queen with a big fire blast, but she still isn't hurt. Then the queen lets out a loud scream. Beck wonders if she's crying in pain or calling someone. She tries to escape, but Ma and Beck stop her. Cha Hai-in steps forward. Byung-yu gives her a power boost, and she quickly cuts off all the queen's legs. Then she jumps up and slices the queen's neck with her glowing golden sword. The queen is dead! People watching on TV start cheering. Chairman Gun-hee is also happy, knowing the mission was successful. The hunters say now that the queen is gone, no more eggs will be laid, and the other ants will die within a year. Humans can finally live on the island again. But Beck is still thinking about the queen's strange scream. Byung-yu tells him they've taken revenge for their friend Unsuk. Everyone is relieved and celebrates. Meanwhile, outside the island on the ship, Reiji sees that all the ants are going back into the nest, and their tracking systems have stopped working. Inside the cave, Choi realizes something is wrong. His fire barrier has been broken, and ants are getting in. They start to worry that Goto's team didn't stop the ants. Maybe the queen's scream was a signal. Even so, Choi says that normal ants shouldn't be able to break through his firewall. Then Beck senses something approaching. Suddenly, they all feel a powerful presence. A huge ant appears, the one that came out of the biggest egg and has been killing hunters outside. This is the Ant King. He looks different from other ants. He stands like a human and gives off a dangerous vibe. As soon as he releases his mana, Cha Hyen drops to her knees. She knows this monster is no joke. His scent is very strong. Hunter Ma steps up to fight, but it already feels like a losing battle. The Ant King walks past them, reaches the dead queen, bites her head and screams in rage. Seeing her dead, he becomes furious. In a flash, he appears behind Cha Hyen and slaps her so hard that she flies back and falls unconscious. Next, he attacks Hunter Ma. Ma grows bigger to fight, but the Ant King breaks her shield and one arm with just one punch. She tries to attack with the other arm, but the king rips that off too. Now the king turns to the rest of the hunters. Beck tries to attack him but fails. The king blocks him easily. Choi attempts to use his firepower, but before he can, the king slices him too. Lim shoots an arrow, but the Ant King catches it mid-air and punches Lim, sending him flying. Hunter Ma's arms are back. Actually, Byung-gyu healed her right away. He used a skill to turn invisible and secretly heal everyone. But he couldn't move from his spot, and as long as he was alive, no one on his team could die. But then the Ant King grabs Hunter Ma by the leg and swings her around like a toy. Suddenly, the king senses Byung-gyu, even though he's invisible. He punches Byung-gyu hard and pierces through his body. Byung-gyu tells Beck to run, but the Ant King bites off his head, killing Beck's friend right in front of him. Beck gets furious and attacks the Ant King, but the king grabs his neck and forces him back into his normal form. Then something scary happens. The king speaks. He repeats what Byung-gyu said earlier. Run away from here. Why? Because by eating Byung-gyu's head, the Ant King got all his memories and knowledge. Now he understands humans, and he knows that to win the war, the king of humans must be defeated. He says their queen is dead, and fighting weak enemies isn't fun. Then he asks, "Where is your king?" Just then, the Ant King senses a powerful human outside, maybe the real king, so he leaves the nest to find him. Beck wonders if the strong one is Goto, but they don't have time to think. Thousands of ants are rushing in. They must escape now. Meanwhile, Goto is looking for his team because they've stopped responding. He finds the place where the Ant King killed Kei. Goto calls his boss and tells him that some hunters have died, but the boss replies coldly, saying they were told to only fight weak ants. Goto agrees and says the ones who died were weak anyway. The boss asks if the Korean hunters are inside the nest. Goto says yes, and all the ants are flying into it now. The boss asks if the Koreans have any chance of surviving. Goto says 0. Then the truth comes out. Their plan was to let the Korean hunters die. That way, Korea would become weak and Japan could claim they were stronger by killing the queen and clearing the dungeon. He tells everyone to leave now, but suddenly the Ant King appears behind them and attacks. Goto survives, but Ishida is killed. Goto tells Hoshino to run, or the king will kill them all. Hoshino escapes, and Goto prepares to fight. The Ant King asks Goto, "Are you the king?" Goto says, "Yes, I am." The Ant King then unleashes a huge wave of power. Goto realizes it's the same feeling he got when he faced Jin-Woo. But before Goto can do anything, the Ant King kills him. Back inside the nest, thousands of ants are attacking. Choi tries to stop them, but everyone is hurt and out of energy. Beak knows they can't survive. Just then, shadow soldiers appear out of nowhere. They fight the ants and stop them. No one knows where they came from. Then Jin-Woo decides it's time to step in. He uses his power to switch places with one of his shadow soldiers, and that's where the episode ends. So friends, this episode was super intense, but the next one will be even crazier, because Jin-Woo is finally joining the fight against the Ant King. How did you like this episode? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with the bell icon on so you don't miss the next part. See you in the next video.